What's up? It's Friday. We made it. We survived the week. Congratulations. Man, it is definitely getting interesting out there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you're all being safe and taking proper precautions. I think we're in for a little bit of a haul here. So, listen, last night I touched upon home-based business. So there's just been obviously a lot of activity now, and there's a lot of people at home, and a lot of people are stirring, and their minds are stirring, and are beginning to wonder, what else might be out there? What are my alternatives should stuff get really, really ugly? So if you watched last night's video, basically that's the key. If you've ever been approached before by somebody looking to get into, asking you to follow up on an opportunity or go in business with them, and you said no because you just weren't sure, you weren't comfortable, go back to last night's video and check out those 4 criteria. Because if that opportunity, if that company, if that business, if that has those 4 put together and stacked on each other, man, jump on that, get in on that. So think about people who have reached out to you in the past and follow up with them and say, hey, is that opportunity still alive? Because most likely it is. But here's the deal. Let's just say all of that falls in line, and you nail all 4 of those categories. You're in a good team. You got the right timing. Everything's going forward. Got great training. But here's the deal, and this is where, for the most part, all success is hinging on this one thing. I'm sorry, this music. Sorry, a little tool came on there. My bad. So everything is hitting on all 4 cylinders. The one thing that's going to ultimately derail the whole thing is mindset. And I know it sounds cliche, and people are going to stop watching right now and are thinking, what is he talking about? But here's the deal. Any type of venture where you're getting out of your comfort zone. So first of all, growth is getting out of your comfort zone. You're not going to grow being nice, warm, and comfortable. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. You're going to have to get outside your comfort zone if you're going to grow. And if you're going to grow and take that step, you're going to come across some obstacles. And the mindset ultimately is going to differentiate those who are able to push through and keep going and rising up versus those who are just going to crumble and go hide behind a rock and say, yeah, I knew it wasn't right for me. I knew it wasn't going to work. Yeah, it was a scam. Mindset is the 80-20 of pretty much everything is mindset. We could get into Spartan racing. We can get into anything you attack in life. And if your head's not there, it can let you down. And I don't know the exact percent. I don't even know what book I read it in, but there's something about the Navy SEALs, and when they're doing one of their torture sessions, so to speak, I believe it's the one where they're sitting in the water and shivering and freezing and having their gun above their head or whatever they're doing. According to those Navy professionals, when your mind says you're done and you're gonna quit, your body is actually only at 40% of its capacity. Imagine that. I don't know how anyone could figure that out, but the reality is this: you can always push farther, and your mind's telling you to quit, and all these stories are running through your head. The noise gets really loud, and if your mindset's not solid, you're going to succumb to that. And anyway, so you got to work on a mindset. You got to work on it daily, and you got to be around people who take interest in that as well. So back to yesterday, when you're in the right culture and you're surrounded by the right people, you're the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Get around people who obviously are heading in the same direction as you, are reading the same things, and are there for encouragement and can pick you up and support you and feed you good stuff if your mindset does start to waver a little bit. So with that, how many of you are Rocky fans? So, I'm so tempted. There's a long story behind why Rocky came up recently, but this is just freaking powerful. I wish I could just play it, but there's obviously copyright rules here. So I'm going to read it. I'm not going to try and do Rocky voice, but here's the deal. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are. It will beat you down to your knees and keep you there if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hits. I'm not pointing fingers and saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. Man, goosebumps. That's awesome. We're going to get hit. We're getting hit right now. We're getting hit as hard as many of us have ever been hit before. So, you know, the proof is going to be how we come out on the other side. And if we're just sitting around and catching up on shows and binging in Netflix, you know, we got to rethink that. You know, this first week, we're trying to like figure out what the heck's going on. We're all a little nervous, a little scared. Trust me, I'm right there. We're getting hit hard. But this is the test right now. And this is where the mindset is really going to get us through. So those of you who, again, are looking at you know, taking this opportunity to expand and grow and maybe venture into a home-based opportunity, again, look at last night's video, seek out somebody who's approached it before, and just get plugged in, because there's a couple out there that are really worthwhile and worth checking into. Trust me. And people are getting a lot of success early on. But ultimately, you know, if you're going to watch a movie, maybe Rocky. Watch Rocky. Rocky 4 actually is my personal favorite. So that's the message tonight. You know, we're getting hit. We're going to get through this, and let's just, you know, not to call this, you know, pandemic an opportunity, but the reality is it's putting us to the test. And let's take the hit. Let's take the hits. The biggest hits we're going to get are coming. Might still be to come. And let's keep the fight, but let's keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Lean into it. Man, if ever that applied, it's now. So lean into it. Live optimized. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Stay healthy.